Gates opponent's playing the Ramp Champion. Want a coin flip? Seems good. I think this is a keepable. What does this card do? It's barely a Breach Prison Champion. Yeah, I think this is keepable on the play. Like, we need a Sapphire Shard, but, like, we've got a lot of those in our deck. And, like, Hatchery Tormentor is a 2-1 for 1 on the play. That seems pretty good. Pep Vamp with the follow. Thank you for that. I appreciate it. I've got, I believe it's 9 Sapphire Shards and a Hex, an Infusion device that makes a shard threshold of any color, and then the 3-cost Hex guy that makes a threshold of any color. So we've got like 11. We got like 11 Sapphires to draw to, and we can like still play a game without drawing one right away. This guy out. So at the end of my turn, this is going to put a Spiderling Egg in his deck because he took damage. Yep, so his deck went up by 1. This exhausts to put a Spiderling Egg in his deck. And then we really need to draw a Sapphire Shard. Oh, excuse me. Empower, create 1 random chant and put it into your hand. Sure. I wonder if I want to trade these. I probably don't. Like, this is just a vanilla 2-1 once it's in play. So I think I'd rather leave this out because, like, once I get a flyer into play, my flyers can put more eggs in his deck. It's a little awkward. Let's activate this right away. Again, like, I knew this could happen, that we might miss. I don't think this handles a mulligan, but that could be incorrect as well. So you can activate his champion power and get to 5 right now. I assume if he's attacking, that means he has another follow-up here that can keep the Hatchery Tormentor at bay. A Swift Strike, elves you control get 1 power. That's pretty good. That's like really good. Yeah, we definitely need to hit a Sapphire Shard like now. Look at that. God bless. Praise be. This is a 3-2 flight. Oh, seems good. Put some more eggs in his deck, so hopefully we hit some Spiderlings and then close this game out. So we actually got a pretty reasonable clock here if he doesn't have any removal. This hits him to 12, and then we play this, and then we got him on a 2-turn after that. I don't think I'm blocking either of these. Yeah, I think I'm just like taking up to 6 here. I think that's fine. I can throw this guy under a bus at some point here. It's possible I'm supposed to like take this trade here, but I don't know. I guess if he has like burn, this is bad for me because he can kill this guy. The old common Fentio. This is a quick troop? Oh, geez, you're right. And look at that. Just get super punished right away because... Yeah, I just didn't even read it. Okay. Good call. Thank you. This card's more playable than I thought. Doesn't just play an extra predict gets 2-1. Sure. Sweet. Alright, well that's pretty good. Play this guy out. Activate this. So I am now down. I would have hit him and put 2 more eggs in his deck with this if I would have played Lightning Brave during his end step. Block. We could get hit by a combat trick here, but I feel like I need to trade these guys. If he has like 2 tricks, that's rough. Oh, that's kind of rough. So these 2 are going to trade, and this eats my guy. I take 3. Combo was not good for me. Probably need to throw this under a bus this turn. So yeah, so I'm just gonna pass back here. Really would like to hit some spiders. Yeah, the limited format is set 3, set 4 now. Do I want to trade Lightning Brave with this? I don't think I do. I think I'm just gonna like block and then activate this. Hold this Refute up, we can empower it and then counter basically anything. And if he doesn't play something to counter, we'll just play Lightning Brave out. Yeah, so we're going to empower this. Oh, that's a sweet animation. A lot of them are pretty straightforward, like Swift Strike is first strike, etc. Tireless Researcher. Yeah, I'm going to play that out. Whenever this readies, we draw a card, so in 2 turns we could draw some more cards. It looks like we're going to lose this game, though. I guess if we hit a string of spiders here, we might be okay, but we're in trouble. Yep, GG. Look at they're firing so quickly. They fire so quickly. Troop in your next troop unit gets 1/1. There is not a ladder currently. That is the next major upgrade we are getting. The sealed gauntlet appears to be best of 1. Morning, Chris. Chris, they gave me a free limited entry, and I am playing limited because it was free. Alright. This hand's a little slow. Needs another Sapphire Shard. This enters play, create 2 spider legs, each event you control, put the champion's deck. Yeah, okay. That's what I thought. Yeah, this game is as complex or more complex than Magic Online. Like, the digital-only mechanics and the champion abilities, honestly, make it feel like it's more complex than Magic. Just play a game through life, sure. Okay, that would have been good last turn, so this is a 1-2 flight. I think I want to just hold up Refute here. Although I suppose if we draw a shard, next turn we can hold up Refute and have Lightning Brave, so yeah, I'm just going to play this for now. These can block, so I'm taking 1 less damage here. I'm going to get hit for 2. I mean, there's probably a very real chance that this deck I built is awful. But it's also sealed, so like, you know, there's not a ton of choices. I could probably look at other colors. I just played the color that my rare was in, which might be incorrect. And you gain help, truce you control, get 1/1 this turn, sure. Okay, so holding up Refute wouldn't have done anything. I might just time flux this if we break off on drawing a shard. Alright, well now I can hold Refute and have Lightning Brave, I suppose. I guess this is a combo though. When you play a wild card, gain 1 life, and this is whenever you gain a life troops you control, get 1/1. So maybe I'm just supposed to time flux this idiot. We're not in a very good spot. Oh, you know what? I'm probably supposed to attack with this, because the chances of him not being able to play a wild card are pretty low, which means I'm not going to be able to block this, because it's going to be a 2/4. I get to flash in Lightning Brave and trade with his 2/2. That'll be a 3/3. Maybe I'll just throw this under the 4-power bus. I guess that could be okay. If he has like a combat trick here that's wild, I just get savaged, but I don't think we're beating that, so probably shouldn't play around it. I'm gonna block here and use this to gain 4 for now. Okay, so... Man, my deck's really bad. I should just be playing a deck that plays idiots and attacks. I guess this can like block his guy if he doesn't have a wild card. I've thoroughly remembered why I don't play limited. Stupid ants on my desk. Call an exterminator. Or just put some things down myself for them. Stupid ants. Alright, doesn't have a wild card, so we got that going for us. So, you know, just taking 7. Ugh. Yeah, we're just gonna go ahead and let's queue up the next one. This might be a quick, short stream. I mean, like, yeah, and Watsy doesn't want to pay anyone, so... Nah, I don't care. I want to play my spider cards. I feel like this card's really good. The rest of my cards probably aren't very good, though. And the deck really doesn't have any removal in it, and it doesn't have big dumb idiots, so... I should do it for... That's basically Watsy's take on things. It's just like, well, you should do this because you like playing Magic. Ship it, Darkslaughter. I actually just hit enough subs to get 2 more emotes last night, so... I don't care. I want to play my spiders, man. I'm playing spiders in constructed. Can't I play my spiders in limited? I got a rare spider. Come on now. Yeah, the old bloat cap here. This card gets to chump something and make him discard. It's not bad. This gauntlet was a free roll. Come on now. It's completely a free roll. I'm just gonna block here. It's only 1 point of damage, but this makes him discard a card at random when he dies, so... Get 1 for 1. 3/1 flight. Yep. Makes more flying, guys. This card's very good. I mean, it will be a train wreck. That's what will happen. Maybe we'll try and draft after I scrub out of this. I'm sure I'm about to scrub out of this. For reference, got a bunch of Lightning Braves. Sweet. I'm just going to go ahead and pass the turn here. Every time our opponent plays a non-resource card, they get spiders added to their deck, which is sweet. If he ships with this, I'm going to trade a Lightning Brave for it, I think. Am I supposed to trade a Lightning Brave for this? I guess if I like have Lightning Brave into Chilltail Guide. Yeah, okay, I'm just going to take these hits, actually. I think if we just like curve Brave, Chilltail Guide, we're probably going to beat him, so. Which could be incorrect, but we'll see. Ooh, that's a big boy. So this is defensive by default, but he basically gets to shift off of it, so he gets to have a 6/6 beater essentially next turn. Maybe I should have traded with this. I don't know. This makes me wish I would have traded here. I mean, like, you do realize this is a gauntlet where you start with like 2 packs, right? So there's probably, like, if you're used to drafting, there's definitely not enough cards in here to have any synergies on almost anything. Deals 4 damage to each troop with flight. Oh, deal. 2 for 1 yourself. Like again, this is different than draft. I believe you that, like, in draft that's how the archetype has to work, but in sealed, especially when you only get 2 packs to start, like, you're probably not going to have any synergies in anything you play. You're probably just supposed to, like, shuffle all the reasonable cards together and play them. Is this a quick troop as well or no? That's just a regular troop. Okay. So this buys us some tempo at least. So Chilltail Guide here. He's gonna really wish he would have kept his silly kill all the flyers card. So we got a free chill from this because we have one other flight guy. It's kind of like Pack Wars. You get 2 packs and a bunch of commons and uncommons that they give you, and then in addition to those, as you win games, you get extra packs to get added to your deck. So if I just like chill this for a turn, if you just log in, if you've been logged in the last 30 days, you got one for free. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and use this as I gain 6. That's adorable. That noise. That poor little bunny is so cold. 4/6, sure. 4/6 of this card is basically irrelevant because we have an 0/5 here. So if we hit a Spiderling or 2, he's probably gonna lose this game. Winter Moon doesn't seem particularly good in limited. I've not watched Enter the Battlefield yet. Like, Enter the Battlefield really isn't, you know. Bradley Young 925 with the 2-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate it. 87 out of 150. What does this do? Prophesize shift. When you draw a card, this gets 1/1. Okay, interesting. Oh, that makes sense. So now this guy's gonna get bigger. Okay. So if he ships with both of these, I'm just gonna go ahead and block here for now. If he draws a card in response, we get blown out a little bit, but that's fine. I'm just gonna take 6. Next turn, I'm gonna use this guy to block this and activate. Pay the nod pros too, right? I mean, I'm a professional Magic player. I just don't derive my income from Wizards of the Coast because, you know, I'm smart. Sweet. To play 2/4 out here. Yeah, you should have something in your inbox, I believe. So if I attack with both of these, this is just a 1/1, right? Yeah, so ship with these. So hopefully we hit some spiders this turn. That would be ideal. We are in a racing situation here. That's not good for me. I think they said you have to have been active in the last 48 hours for to have gotten the free in the last 30 days. Sorry, not 48 hours. The last 30 days to have gotten the free entry. Hold on 1 second. My youngest is upset.
Are you upset you can't grab your toy? Which toy do you want? Show Dad. Which toy do you want? You want this one? What does this card do? Probably savages us?
Let's do target troop who controls. Battles target opposing troop. Rough. Super dead. I guess this means if he attacks, I can trade these. He should have done that post-combat. Yeah, opponent made a mistake there. So I'm going to go ahead and move the blocks here. So this gets to block here and trade, and then this gets to jump here and activate. So we activate that, put 2 more Spiderlings in his deck. These guys traded off. That's pretty good. He gets to gain 6 now. Yep. Shard lets us activate our champion ability at least. Would like to find some action though. Alright. Get another speed bump. I'm only gonna ship with light. Well, huh. Maybe I'm supposed to attack with both of these. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack him for 5 here. We're definitely in a position to be racing, I think. Like this, he has us under the abyss, so we're gonna need to hit some spiders or draw much better than he does to get out of this for sure. But yeah, well, there's 2 more spiders. There's definitely a lot of spiders in his deck. So 3. Okay, sweet. He's just dead. Okay, awesome. So we just go block, and then he's dead on board. Who would ever do that? I know, right? So spiderlings are unblockable. That's why they're awesome. And this gives my spiderlings plus power. One of them's dead. Ha! We are 2 and 2. Maybe my deck's less unplayable than I thought. While this is socketed with a minor gem, it is +1/+1. Am I supposed to be using this? This could just be a 2/2 flyer. That's probably playable, right? Should probably have this in my deck. I'm doing well, Midnight. Which cards in my deck are terrible? I'm sure some of these cards are terrible. What am I supposed to cut here? Taint seems bad. Doesn't kill a lot of the things people have been playing. Doesn't kill anything I really care about. Let's play another game. The tireless researcher is embarrassing. No, he's drawn me cards. I don't think you understand. He's already drawn me cards. He's a 4 cost Howling Mine, man. I've played worse cards than that. Obviously, have to mulligan, no shards. Sands medium, it will keep. When a troop enters play under your control, gain 1 health this turn. Alright, I'm gonna keep this. I mean, it's not like you're locked into all of the cards. You can buy, sell, trade them. Play. Okay, sweet. Which one are you talking about? Is it the Azure Cannon or the Blood Sapphire Spiders? Look at that. Never didn't have it. God bless Kismet. Hatchery Priest out here. Get some activations going. You'd rather have the Taint? That's fair. I need to post the dwarf bot deck that my buddy's been speedrunning arenas with. Christy bought this dwarf deck for like, it's like $6 if you don't buy the Crackling Vortexes, which are optional, and you definitely can like speedrun arenas with it. Your thoughts on the new Empower counter? It might be playable and constructed. It's definitely reasonable and limited. Let's start activating this right away. Okay, sure, gain some life. I'd rather have the Taint, yep. Get your head out of the gutter. Get it out. This enters play, create a wild card and put it in your hand. Alright, so that's the prophesized one, so he's a 2/3, sure. I mean, this is looking better than Taint currently. The Azure Cannon deck is super powerful. Alright, that's sweet. It's a card we can play. Sweet to throw Bloat Cap out here. Forever Child, I think, is playable and constructed. That card's really good. Yeah, I really... Oh. No, I do not want to attack him with 0 turn. I want to activate him. Yeah, the Dreaming Fox Spider deck is still my favorite deck that I've played and constructed so far. It's really powerful. It just plays a lot of the best cards. If you want to pick up that Dreaming Fox deck, Falazad, the Vampire King I have in the reserves is definitely optional. So if you want to trim a big chunk of it off, like that's over 10% of the cost of the deck is the 1 VK. I had Vampire Kings from something else, and earlier when I was playing that deck, again, I'm just throwing Bloatcap under a bus because I'd like to make him discard a card. The VK in the reserves is optional. You could replace it with something else. I've actually never cast that card yet, so I wanted to try it against like the ramp strategies, but it's definitely not 100% required, and it's like $25, so that can cut some of the cost off. Start of your turn, gain 1/0 for each elf you control. Sure. These both elves? Yes, they are. Okay, so he's going to have a lot of resources next turn. I'm going to go ahead and play my Tireless Researcher out here, because it can trade with these idiots, or bounce with these idiots, basically. Powered. The old 2/6 Skyguard. This card is not very good. This card's like almost Tireless Researcher embarrassing. Yep, no attacks, which means we can't attack. It's a little unfortunate, but I think I just want to play... I could play like be resource efficient and play this plus this. Yeah, maybe that's right. Because Lightning Brave can't attack into his 2/6 Skyguard anyways. Yeah, it seems correct. This will get a second blood threshold for us. We've got 1 double blood card in the deck, so it's not irrelevant. So we're at a little bit of a board stall here, but we're slowly loading our opponent's deck up with Spiderling Eggs, so we're definitely got some capability to break this stall. Spiderling Eggs are so much better. And actually, this card that he played, Shard Prism, I think is very good. And it's going to be this card. This card's going to enable 3-color decks, 3-shard decks, and constructed very well. So his deck is loading up with eggs. Loading on up. And so this guy has Skyguard, which means it can block troops that have flight. So that's why I'm not attacking in here. Now we have Spiderling to start chipping away at him, you know, from his 32. Yeah, but like this is a 1/3 for 3, I think it is, and then it turns into a 2/6 for 6. Like that seems really bad. He got a blood shard. I wonder if he has a splash, and that's why he hasn't been playing out his last couple cards. It's possible I'm supposed to hold this to like bluff something, but I don't think it really matters. I don't think I'm supposed to be playing around a sweeper. Watch him like go Ruby Shard Heat Wave me, like that would be savage. Spiderling's unblockable, so start chipping away. Hopefully we just like hit a pack of eggs here at some point. You having a good time, D-Money? That's pretty good. He didn't activate his champion power before playing that. Artifacts are not constants. That is correct. They are different. Think of constants as kind of like enchantments. Oh, that's a good draw. If he plays anything scary, we can counter it. So this counters a 3 cost or less card, or we can empower it to counter a 6 cost or less. So it's basically a hard counter. Come on, pack of spiderling eggs. Every turn, his deck is a larger percentage of spiderling eggs, thanks to our wonderful hatchery priest here. This deck has to be approaching half spiderling eggs by now. I played this card out on turn 1, and I've activated this twice, so we've got 3, so he's got 6 from this, and I've activated this. He's at 7 resource. I probably activated this 6 or 7 times now, so there's at least 13, like a third of his deck is eggs right now. Alright, there's one. We've doubled our clock. Okay, so he's going to gain life when a troop comes into play, so his guys are going to get bigger, possibly. Unless we want to counter it. I might refute a troop, depending on what it is. Watch him play like an 8-drop and just, like, blow us out of the water. Slight, Swift Strike. Yeah, I don't really want to deal with that, so let's refute this. We are 2-2 currently, Corinne. So this is, we lose and we're going home, so to speak. I'm already home. That's one of the best things about Hex. I'm already home. Would you like to attack? I will block. Favorably, in fact, I might add. Get in there with our spiders. So he's not on a very quick clock right now, but we had like 2 or 3 more spiders and this thing turns up real quick, so. And there's just like the simple little things, like, you know, the details, like the sound effects. They're not obnoxious, they're not over the top, it's just fine. Sure, the next troop in your deck gets 2/4. Sure. I am surprised he didn't. I'm surprised he didn't activate this and do this and then try and swing in. Maybe he just thinks like he has more than enough time, or maybe he forgot. I guess that's possible too. All right, well, you know, shards aren't the worst. So let us activate our champion power. So have 3 more eggs in your deck, and then have a 4th egg in your deck, and then take 2. Nerd. If we win this one, we get another pack to add to my deck, which would be sweet. And if we lose, we might try a draft. I have some platinum I could burn. The gross spider noise. Come on now. At least opponents about equally as flooded as we are. I guess we're not really flooded. Like, we've had 9 shards in about half our deck, and we're playing a 17 shard deck, so I really shouldn't say flooded, because we're really not that flooded. He's got to have something that lets him gain life as a quick effect here, right? Move to blocks. Alright, Tireless Researcher. We'll block here. This and this will block here, and then I guess I could put, and then take 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I guess I should put this on here, so that way we kill this even if he has something to give his guys 1/1, and then these 2 still trade with that. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna block like this. Take up to 6. I guess we could take up to 9 here technically, but. Wow, what a blowout. What a blowout. I should, ugh. That's, well, I played around giving his guys 1-1. Did not play around giving his guys 2-2. Ugh. Alright, I'd serve that, I guess. Probably just, like, never beating that. Let's be realistic here. Alright, spiders. Spiders are now on D. If there is a D to be had. Maybe we hit like 10 spiders here in a row. Nope, never. Pretty sure we're just dead. I feel like we have to hit like all of the spiders in his deck here to not be just dead. Alright, so I feel like I just want to kill this guy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yeah, I'm just gonna do this. We'll beat this guy. Like I said, I don't think we're winning unless we hit like a pile of spiders anyways. And if he has like a trick here, we're dead either way. He gets to kill my 2 spiderlings. Puts more spiderlings into his deck. And then, I guess we're technically dead on board then. Yeah, we're technically dead on board. So, because all of his troops are lethal then. Next turn we only have 3 blockers. So we get a draw step, and then we get his draw step to possibly hit a spiderling to live. And like I said, if we hit like, if we run off like 6 spiderlings in a row, we could actually be in this game. So there is an out here. We're not just dead, we're just mostly dead. I'm only mostly dead. Get our 10th resource going here. Alright. Alright, not DOB. That's good to know. Hopefully we hit some spiderlings this turn so we don't have to throw this away. We don't have to throw this away and like we hit a bunch of spiderlings, like maybe. Alright, well, we hit 1. We got that going for us. This deck's about 50% spiders at this point. Again, we have to block everything here. So we're going to throw away all 4 of our guys. Everything except the profane rituals. This is whenever anything dies, he gets 1/1, yeah. Permanently. So, you know, block, 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 block. And then again, you know, the out here is we hit something and then we hit some spiders. And then, like, maybe the profane rituals can pull us back into the game. This is going to turn into a 5/5. Alright, well, we bricked, so now we need to hit 3 spiderlings this turn, which, you know, is statistically not unlikely. His deck's like half spiders at this point. 40% spiders? Probably 40% spiders. We need to hit a lot of them, though. Alright, GG opponent. Alright. All these cards I got. Alright. Let's see if a draft queue is going to fire. I'm not going to do the competitive draft because those are single elimination. We'll definitely die there. Ain't nobody want to watch that. Oh no! Nobody wants to play with us. Nobody wants to play. That's sad. How much do these cost to do? Oh, children, don't break things.
Why are my children so obnoxious? I love them anyways. I love them anyways.
Well, I've never played a draft before either, so I probably wouldn't be the best one to ask. You could come learn together. Jacob, be nice to your brother. All right, we got 2. We're up to 3. Oh, baby. If you want to try hex drafting, this is the non-competitive queue is up. The draft is, it depends. The competitive drafts are single elimination. The regular draft queue is Swiss. So I joined the regular draft queue because I don't want to build a bad deck and then get killed our first time. Yeah, definitely. Feel free, Kane's Lens. We're up to 4. Oh, baby. Yep, I've been I would expect drafts to start firing. I know drafts were a little bit slow to fire towards the end of set 3 there because set 3 had been out for a while, but new draft format, I'd assume they're going to start firing more quickly. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised to see some of the Wizards pros show up in Milwaukee this weekend because, like, Sam Black lives near there and Adrian Sullivan lives near there, and Owen Turtenwald used to be from there, but I think he lives in Vegas now. No, we lost one. We were so close. We were so close.
Children. Gee, this car is not made for two boys. Can you come out? That's your road one. Say hi, Internet. My name is D-Money. I'm a precious baby boy. Oh. You want some peanuts, D-Money? I know you like peanuts.
Doing stuff for Watsy, like they wanted him to work for them but not pay him? Yeah, you like peanuts? Peanut likes peanuts? We're up to 5! We've got 5! We're gonna draft, D-Money! D-Money gonna draft the Hex! Alright, what's the limited? It's bombs, removal, flying, bread, bombs, removal, flying, bombs, removal, evasion. I feel like I heard a bread acronym for limited one time in reference to magic. Oh jeez, it's gonna fire. It's gonna fire.
Hey, D-Money. I love you. Time to draft.
Oh jeez, I only have a minute. Flickering Gobbler. This probably isn't great in limited. What else we got here? Wellspring seems medium as well. Reap doesn't seem awful. It doesn't put us into a strong bombs, removal, evasion, ability dudes. Okay. Do we have any good bombs in here? It doesn't look like it. I think I want, if I select it like this, does it reserve it? Is that how this works? I've actually never drafted before, so drafted Hex. I've drafted Magic a couple of times. This seems like the pick, I think. I think I just want the removal. Yeah, I'm gonna do that. Bread, yeah, look at that. I knew I'd heard a bread acronym before. Reap seems okay. So sacrifice this. Draw 2 cards. That doesn't seem awful. I'm sure everyone can yell at me later about my bad draft picks. I select one, I'll pick when the timer runs out. Or double click, drag it. Okay, so what do I want here? I don't know if I want to get into a second color just yet. Doesn't look like there's a lot of good cards in this pack. When this enters play, when a content enters play, you put a random troop from your crypt into your hand. This doesn't seem awful. Target troop, that's not very good. Is the Grim Martyr the best card in this pack? I feel like a 5/5 that can sacrifice another troop to draw 2 cards doesn't seem awful. It's on color. And we're not committed to blood yet, but I don't think any of these other cards are very good. I guess Storm Dancer's not bad. I guess this card's not awful. Okay, yeah, actually I'm gonna grab this. Maybe we'll try Blood Wild. And again, like we're not committing into anything. Like maybe we end up like seeing cards and going into a different color here. But yeah, I'm gonna take the Storm Dancer. Oh, there's another Storm Dancer. Azure Fang Decree. Yeah, I don't think I want to commit to like a Spiders deck right away. Actually, I think I just want another Storm Dancer here. It's not awful. This card's not terrible. Like, if we're just in blood... I'll reserve this for now. If we're just in, like, blood wild, this is a 4/4 with rage 2, which isn't unplayable, I don't think. But I think I'd rather just have more Storm Dancers here. This card's not terrible either. Can you make the cards bigger in the corner? How do I do that? Can I drag this somehow? And I don't think I can make this image bigger. Which is unfortunate. But yeah, I think I want just another Storm Dancer here. I'll just grab those for now. This is technically removal, I guess, but... yeah, I'm just going to grab another Storm Dancer for now. We can all look back and laugh at me later about how bad my deck is, but for now, we're just going to look at things and pick them. Hatchery Tormentor, I feel like this card's not awful. Oh, the cards I'm drafting. Yeah, I did that. Made them a little bigger. I think... Oh, that's what I mean. Make them bigger there. Got it. Okay. I think I want this. I guess Duskwing Scavenger isn't awful. You may void target card in your crypt, and then this gains power equal to avoided troops power. So, like, this is a pretty big flyer. Like, that doesn't seem completely unreasonable. And maybe that's better. It gets bombs. This is basically a bomb. I think I love any of the other cards in here. Yeah, I don't think that's very good. Pyretic Performer is definitely not something we're casting. Like double Ruby Threshold is probably gonna be pretty difficult with the cards we already have. Yeah, I'm gonna take the Duskwing Scavenger. This is probably on average gonna be like a 3 to 4 power flyer. Yeah, I'm gonna take this guy. Dire Spider. I mean, Dire Spider's pretty good with Duskwing Scavenger, and like this card is not unreasonable though, and this is an uncommon, so like it's less likely to you draw cards and gain life. Yeah, actually, I think I want Death Liturgy here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take Death Liturgy here because the Dire Spiders we need some 2-drops in the deck. But Dire Spider's a common, so we're more likely to see more of these as opposed to Death Liturgy, and I like drawing cards. So let's do that. So, what do we got here? Midnight Convergence, Free Threshold, yeah, that card's awful. There's a reason why that's still there. Flourishing Growth, that doesn't seem very good either. Maybe Blood Wild's not the best to be in here, because like a lot of people are... We're not getting... Maybe this pack could just be light on these cards, but there are definitely not a lot of good Blood or Wild cards in this pack. Runeweb Infiltrator is a 2-drop at least. Cleave deals 1 damage up to... I guess I don't want someone playing this against me, so let's just like pick it up for now. Like if we've already got 2 Storm Dancers, and like getting a bunch of our Storm Dancer cleave seems miserable. Cheery Songbird's not miserable, I guess. I guess we're taking the cleave. Yeah, there's a lot of good Diamond's probably open then, I suppose. Righteous Air. When this enters play, revert and transform target opposing necrotic into a phantom. Gain control of that troop. I don't know if I want to dive into that. Like, I guess we don't have to play these Storm Dancers that we've picked. Gale Force doesn't seem miserable either, though. It's 100 plat plus the packs, which the packs you can buy on the auction house for usually about 180-ish, 170, somewhere in there. Yeah, I'm going to stack the Gale Force for now. Alright. There's some maybe okay wild cards. Nope, that's trash. We're getting to the poop end of the draft cards. Pick 8, so this is almost back to us. Maybe I'll take this Cherry Songbird or Quell. This is technically a removal. Yeah, okay, I'm gonna snag the Quell for now, and maybe we'll end up playing Diamond. There's been a lot of Diamond cards going around, so I'm gonna snag the Quell for now because this is a removal spell essentially, and Shield Bash. That's not awful. Split Skull Gladiator is pretty good. The fact that he has Empower is super reasonable. Yeah, I'm going to snag that. Sort by Shard. Death Chant. Could hate draft another Cleave. Monk of the Six Strikes since we play another card. I guess we could end up with a lot of constants. This doesn't seem awful. Yeah, I'd probably pick that. Totem Trap deals 3 damage target. Yeah, this just seems like super reasonable. I guess this is a bomb technically, and if we're in, nah, it's not very good. I'm just gonna take the Totem Trap. Like, Diamond's looking like it's pretty open, I feel like. Yeah, I'm just gonna hate draft another Cleave just in case we end up playing these Storm Dancers. It's possible that there's that the Diamond constant that makes a threshold of any color. Like maybe we end up just like drafting some of those and playing a 3-shard deck. That's probably greedy, but you know, I've done worse. Other than Duskwing Scavenger here, we don't have any double thresholds. Force the Tomb. When I control this damage, plus for free. Battle Chant. When a constant plays your control. Verdant. This isn't awful. I'll take Verdant Chant for now. We've only got 2 constants so far, so I don't think we're going to have enough to end up going into a Chant deck. Well, here's another constant. Yeah, I'm just gonna take constants for now. See where we end up with those. I think this card's super reasonable. Again, I think most of these Empower cards are probably playable and limited just because like they fill multiple slots in your curve. Just like this card's not bad, right? Like it's a 2/3 flyer. That can get bigger. Yeah, constants are essentially enchantments. Right, so the unique is this. Another troop gets 1/1. That seems very good. Mesa Totem. When you gain health, you gain Swift Strike, Ghostly Howler. There's no There's no removal in this pack. If we end up being in blood, I mentioned liking Dire Spider earlier. I think we're going to end up in blood. I don't know what our second color is going to be, but I feel like between the Reap and like the Death's Liturgy, I kind of want to be in blood. I'm going to take a Dire Spider. Is the shard worth that much money? I feel like that shard's not going to be worth a ton of money. That might be wrong. Someone passed one of those earlier and I didn't take it, so... Chompasaur. Blighter. When this deals damage to an opposing champion, create 3 spider eggs and put them into that champion's deck. That doesn't seem great. Are there any other constants in here? There's another Storm Dancer. I don't know what our second color is going to be yet, though. Maybe I just like snag another Death Chant here. And like if I've got a lot of like we're getting into sort by type. How many constants do we have now? 1, 2, 3. This could be the 4th. Probably don't need that many constants to get value out of these. So yeah, I'm gonna take the Death Chant for now. So the first Death Chant returns 1 troop at random from our crypt to our hand, and then when we play a second one, we get 2 back. So just like value, and like this, whenever a constant enters play, we get a Wild Child, which is just a 2/2. So we have a bunch of constants, and like all these kind of stack up together and generate a bunch of value. Here's another Quell. I don't hate that. It's between Quell and Storm Dancer, short by Shard. I feel like I have more playable wild cards at the moment, so I think I'm going to take the Storm Dancer. There's another Dire Spider here too, though. Like, that doesn't really commit me to another color. Yeah, I'm going to take the Storm Dancer. Maybe we'll be greedy and, like, splash these Quells. Or this Quell, if we find another one. Plague Heart. That card's unplayable. Thorn Twister. Battle Chant. Again, no real good. I guess I'll take the Chant for now, assuming we might play it. What does this button do? Oh, that moves it to the reserves. Got it. Alright. Grave Offering. Put 2 target troops from your crypt into your hand. Hey! Tiny baby. Dad will pick you up in a second. This enters play. Necrotic Allegiance. I don't want that. I think I just want this Grave Offering. I'm pretty sure we're in blood, and this is like a double raised dead here. That double raised blood seems fine.
Why are we so upset? You want some more peanuts? There you go. Howdy, Talonbreck. Yeah, we'll play Magic at some point.
Treetop Guardian. I don't think that card is very good. Wild Infusion Device. Yeah, I think this card's great. We can get some Infusion Devices on color and maybe play a 3-shard deck with all these constants. Destroy target constant. All right, there's another Infusion Device. Yeah, I'm just gonna take some of these Infusion Devices, take some fixing, and maybe let's try a 3-shard deck. I think that could be fun. Go deep. All right. I know this is going into the reserves. Definitely not starting that. Basic. Revert target. Troop you control. The troop gets 1/1. Duskwing Shepherd. Sacrifice this. Gain a threshold of your choice. Alright. That like fixes in 3 shards. Okay. Take that. Revert means remove all permanent benefits and buffs. So a lot of the modifiers in this game are permanent through turns, and they stay with the card as it gets to the discard pile and back to your hand. And reverting takes away all bonuses the card has. I'm gonna take another Shepherd. Get some fixing. Holy crap, where are you, King Hellcat? That's horrifying. I don't like a lot of the cards in this pack, but I guess this Gale Force could be good if there's a lot of flying in this set. Yeah, I'll take that for now. Awesome, sounds great. Yeah, I think I want Quell. I like removal. Yeah, we're gonna go deep here and play the 3 shards. The old tri-shard first draft deck. You know, might as well. Playing your cards on time is overrated. None of these cards seem particularly good. That's why they're left. Maybe I'll take the Adamantine Cap. I think that's better than Cherry Songbird. I'm not even sure we're gonna play this one we have. We're not gonna be gaining life, I don't think. Oh, you know, we could even play the champion that fixes our colors too. Maybe we'll do that. There's like 4 for 2 1/1 flyers. Alright, so that's not unplayable. We don't have Necrotic, so we're not enabling it for free, but it might start that. Battle Chant? Sure. I don't think we're going to play the Cherry Songbird. Sure. Don't want to play against the 6/6. Okay, this we might play that. Probably not in 3 colors, but we might. Discard this, get a wild shard and put it in your hand. Okay, that's fixing, which I probably want. Pride's Falls removal, though? Yeah, I don't think I can pass up removal. Yeah, I'm going to take the removal. I don't know if that's going to wheel. Ghostly Feather. I know what some of these cards do, at least, since I've been playing. Constructed. Resource optimizing infusion device. Oh man, all the fixing. Just mono fixing? Yeah, we'll take some more fixing, I think. I like to be able to play my cards. Attacking troops get 2/2. That card's a savage blowout. We got blown up with that one earlier. Giant spider. This can't block when this dies. Nope, not a spider deck. Awakener. You may revert target troop with cost 3 or less, then put that troop into your hand. Doesn't seem very good. Maybe I just take Cry. Just like blow people out. We can probably cast that at some point. Yeah, let's just take Cry for now. Yeah, that's true. We definitely can. I think I just want to take more removal here. I like killing their things. Yeah, I like killing things. I don't know if I'm going to play these battle chants. I think I might just play the death chant and the verdant chant. Troops you control get 1/1 till end of this turn. I don't know if that's very good with what we have. I guess we'll look at see how many troops we have. And I guess this also has the upside of triggering death chant and verdant chant, so maybe worth playing.
Did you poop? Nope, no poops. It's almost nap time, huh? After Dad finishes drafting, he's gonna make a bottle, okay?
And then you're going to bed, cranky boy. Scrapyard Bruiser, Giant Spider Spawn, Sudden Awakening, First Blood. Yeah, I'm just going to take another Infusion Device. I guess this isn't awful. Creates a Scrapyard Dynamo, so it's a 2/2 that turns into a 1/1. That doesn't seem awful. Yeah, I'm going to take that. It's a colorless card too. And grouping it so we can see the curves. Cost. I guess that's a good idea. Our curve's actually not miserable. Look at that. Look at that. I was expecting that to be way worse. Sacrifice another troop. This deals 1 damage to each opposing. Life Drain Swift Strike's probably not terrible. Deals 1 damage to each attacking troop. That's probably not unplayable. I don't think I want another infusion device. I mean, I wasn't in Sapphire. Like, am I just supposed to like take it because it's worth money? Is that what you're saying? I mean, I definitely wasn't playing that card. It's 1/1 for each. So it's a 3/3 for 3. 3/3 for 3 playable. This might be better. We could put a socket in it. 2/2 Swift Strike for 3. That can shift. Peace gains lance. Yeah, let's try this. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if we 0-3 this. Come on now. I've got all these Pride's Falls. It's not even going to live. I've got 3 Pride's Falls. I'm just going to destroy all their giant guys. Look at all this removal I have. I've got a Quell. I've got 2 Pride's Falls. 3 Pride's Falls. I've got a Reap. Okay, I guess that's not that much. I don't think I'm going to play this card. I think I'm going to play Force of the Tomb. This doesn't seem awful. This is essentially removal. Seems fine. It makes attacking really bad, and we've got a bunch of things that return troops to play. Venom Legion, Sunseer. None of these cards seem particularly good. I guess I don't want to play against this. So let's take it. I've got way too many cards here, so we have to cut things. Bright Totem. None of these cards seem very good again. Ready each troop I control. Thanks. Just like a quick like sound bite. Yeah, maybe we'll play that. Probably not. Interacting with constants probably isn't a bad thing to be able to do post reserves. That's just how Google Docs does their charts. That is nothing to do. And I don't know. I didn't play with it at all. It's the same percentage as the one next to it. All right. Get to build a bad deck now. How long do we get to do this? 15 minutes? Okay. So I have to cut like... Yeah, you're still supposed to have 17 years, so we gotta cut a bunch of things. Am I supposed to be in Wild is the question I guess I want to ask myself here. Storm Dancer, what can I put in here? Minor, so... It could either be Rage 1, Swift Strike, or Spell Shield. 3-1 Swift Strike doesn't seem awful. Is it worth splashing a 3-1 Swift Strike, though? I don't think I want that. Dire Spire is probably not great. Do I want all these battle chants? That could be a really easy cut. Like, what are my ratios here? I probably don't have enough troops. You only have 14 troops. That's probably, so I probably can't cut any more troops. Cry of the Adamantine doesn't seem great. I'll be right back. Feel free to post comments in chat about what I should do here. I'm gonna run and make a bottle for my youngest.
Are you ready for a bottle and a nap? How's this diaper going? This diaper stacked? And poops? Oh, poops. Good. Love you, toddler.
Alright. I don't want to cut Pride's Fall. I want my removal. I want my Quell. Maybe I'm supposed to have this because it's a bomb. Cut this. What else do I want to trim? I'm gonna give these Swift Strike, I think. Doesn't seem awful. Maybe I'm just supposed to cut these chants. I guess I don't have a ton of troops, so like this Death Liturgies isn't very good. I only have 14. Yeah, let's cut one of these. Probably don't want to overload on many decks at 0 targets. Okay, okay. I'll cut one Pride's Fall. That's fine. Maybe we won't even start. Maybe we won't even start with all of them. We'll just start with one. Just a bit. What do I want on this? Socketable Major. Put a Rhino Gem on this? That seems sweet. And I guess I could just cut the constants here. I could cut the death chance and the verdant chant, but those all represent like win conditions, I guess, because like death chant free by troops, and verdant chant put wild childs into play. But I guess like they're kind of expensive, and I only have 3 of them, so they're not going to be stellar. Maybe because I have the diamond infusion devices and the wild infusion devices, I could get away with playing less shards. Like 5 wilds, the splash, probably like 2 of those, and then some diamonds. 872. That doesn't seem awful. We've got a wild infusion device and a resource optimizing infusion device. And I might just play the... I think I'm just going to play the resource fixing champion. Where's that one at? Play Urza. Uza the Bone Walker. So for 4 charges, she gains a threshold of our choice, so we'll be able to cast all of our cards. This seems okay. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and save. Everything that has sockets, I put sockets in, right? I don't think I forgot any of them. No, it was just those 2. A protest. No, I stream Hex regularly, several times a week. Stream Hex and Magic on this channel. Deck validation tab. Look at that. Look at that. There's nothing in there, so we're all good. Seems good. I don't think I drafted any rares, actually. All the rares I opened were kind of poop, and I just didn't end up playing any of them. Look at that. Running so hot. We got a bye. Deck's perfect. Actually just undefeated in Hex draft, you know? We got there. Worst stream result. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. All right. Yeah, cruising in. I'm literally firing up my Windows 7 VM as I speak. So there's this, you know, you can see Windows booting here. Rigs, yep. It was really funny. Pentachills was running giveaways on his stream the other day, and then Christy won the first giveaway, and then I won the second giveaway out of his Twitch random thing. It was so funny. No, all the limited is split Primal Dawn and set 3, which I'm blanking on the name of at the moment. Get some wiggly worms going on here. Yeah, we're gonna do a Magic League in between rounds here. We just got to buy for the first round of the draft, so we're gonna play a Magic League while we wait. You can't. One thing the Hex client doesn't do that's kind of annoying is it doesn't multi-queue yet, so we can't play other Hex events while we wait for our one Hex event to happen. So. And one of the benefits of my new computer is it can run my VM and Hex at the same time, which is great. Right? Right. Hmm. I mean, people are definitely going to play it outside of the Pro Tour. Like the next powerful one does neat things. It's probably really weak against Esper Dragons and Esper Control. Big Red. We need something to kill downtime in between rounds of my Primal Dawn draft, so I figured Big Red's usually good for that. We're probably going to spend longer waiting for this thing to queue than we are waiting actually playing the match. If anything's how it usually indicates. Waiting to queue, waiting to queue. Hi ho, the Cheerio, waiting to queue. Probably next week. Definitely next week. I'm not. I'm not going to be playing non-cord decks in Modern this week. I've got the Milwaukee Open this weekend. I've got too much other stuff going on to really work on that. I got to work on new Hex decks for the Thursday stream too. So you're not going to be that lost, Matt. Man, I mean, like everyone's going to be forced to learn new things with the new set coming out. Like everything that was good will be bad, and like honestly, learning new formats is fun. Oh, we got a match. Baby Camo waiting. Declan just went down for his nap. Sand just needs a fatty. If opponent's playing a fast combo deck and we don't hit a fatty, we could be in trouble, but I think that's fine. Johnny redeemed. I don't know what that is. I'm not sure if there's a typo there. I agree. The cost to legacy is very prohibitive. Turn 1 Wasteland, sure. So probably not getting comboed after turn 1 Wasteland, so... Yeah, definitely. For sure. And it says, you know, I spent the first, I don't know, I was an idiot and started with a control deck and Hex, mostly because I'm an idiot, partially because I'm a masochist, and just getting blown out by things that you don't realize are cards is interesting. Eldrazi? Okay, so probably Eldrazi. Man, look at what a big dumb dummy I am. If I would have played this out last turn, oh, jeez. It's a Thought Knot me now? This isn't Thought Knot, he's basically dead. Sure. He could still be dead depending on what our top deck is. So he's taking Emrakul away here. Got a lot of good draws here. This card literally saved his life. This matchup's pretty good for us on average. His start was very good against our start. Our start was a little bit slow and clunky. I mean, Magic's a hobby. It's not something you're entitled to. Like, hobbies are supposed to be expensive. They're supposed to cost money. Like, people act like Magic is something, this thing that like they just have like this basic human right to, and that it should be affordable for everyone. And just like, you know, like, I probably can't afford a lot of different, more expensive hobbies. Like, that's just how it is. It sucks that everyone can't do everything they want all the time, but like, that's real life. Man, need to rip real soon here. Alright, that's a draw. I think I'm going to hold this until he attacks, because I would like to trade the Batterskull Germ with Thought Knot Seer. I guess I could have also hardcast this here, but I think I'd rather just like ambush him in combat. Because it's probably gonna, I'm just gonna trade this with a Matter Reshaper anyways, so yeah. I'm just gonna do that. Activate. So I'm gonna trade Batterskull with the Matter Reshaper. I'm gonna trade Godo with the Matter Reshaper. I'm gonna trade the Batterskull Germ with the Thought Knot here, so we draw a card, and I'm gonna use City of Traders and Mountain to return Batterskull to our hand, so we can replay it next turn. You probably see him taking a second to read Godo, I assume. The upside to having cast Godo last turn is that we could theoretically equip Batterskull onto it, but I wouldn't be super surprised to see it get dismembered here, so. Does he have a dismember before blocks? Yep, looks like it. Afternoon Illusions. What does he have here? Maybe he just doesn't know how to cast his dismember? Yeah, I assume. Go to 12? Yeah, there you go. Alright, cool. Trade here, and then he's got us on a little bit of a clock, but he gets to draw a card here. Hopefully this is bad. City of Traders, sure. Let's see if he knows how this interaction works. He gets to put it into play. Yep. Return this to my hand. So, worth noting that Wormcoil would have been better than Batterskull there. Or would have been better than Godo there. Like, things to keep track of. If he has another Dismember, we're going to be in trouble. But if he doesn't, we could be in a reasonable spot here. I guess if he, like, peels a Reality Smasher, we're also in a little bit of trouble, but... Afternoon Ewok slaughter. Want to buy more bombs? Take a worm or an Emrakul or a Gristlebrain. I like how Magus of the Moon is making fun of the Pay the Pros hashtag on his stream title. That's really kind of gross and rude. That's super rude, actually. We get 2 draws at a fatty now. Hey, that's a card we can technically sneak attack into play. I think I'm actually going to cast this and then equip this onto it next turn. That doesn't seem unreasonable. I can activate the eye. I guess that's true. Yeah, I think I'm going to play this. And then next turn we can equip the Batterskull to it. And start railing him for 6. Because Batterskull equipped to Simian Spirit Guide means it's outclasses Reality Smasher. I assume we're seeing an eye activation here. And unless he has Double Smasher or Removal Spell for the Simian Spirit Guide, we're probably okay even if we keep breaking off. Yep, there's Smasher as predicted. So he can play Smasher and then crack us for 8. We're in trouble if he drew another Smasher, but we're waiting. We are waiting on the next round of my Primal Dawn draft to fire. We drafted and then we gotta buy for round 1. Not another Smasher. Not another Smasher. Not another Smasher. Mimic, sure. Hex is much cheaper than Magic. Drafting on there costs anywhere between $5 and $7 at most, depending on how cheap packs are on the auction house. And you turn a profit in constructed gauntlets on Hex going 4 and 3, which is just obscene. Like compared to 3 and 2 break even on Magic Online, it's just like so obnoxious. Oh, jeez, if he is like. Three, four, five. Maybe he thinks he can use this mana to activate Eye of Ugin. He's going to be sad if that's the case. Or he's just casting an Endless One. Endless One, we're going to be in trouble because it's going to be a 9/9. If he has an Endless One here. No, yeah, he's trying to activate Eye of Ugin. Sweet. No, it's Swiss. I'm really bad at drafting. Literally the first time I've ever drafted. So. I haven't drafted Magic in a long time, and I've never drafted Hex, so we did a Swiss draft. And I'm sure my deck is awful, so I'm pretty sure that was a good decision. I've equipped a Batterskull to an Ojutai before. It's similar. Alright, time to suit up the monkey. If he has Dismember here, we get savaged, but I don't think we can play around that. Howdy, XDdo. Yeah, you can play Hex for completely free, which is definitely a great selling point. I didn't want it. Like you can pay for it in time or money. So like if you're enjoying the free to play aspect, you can grind out currency that way. I feel like you can't block here, right? Like your out is like peel. Even peeling Reality Smasher doesn't kill me here, though, right? Like you peel Smasher, you then have. Oh right, I can't play this. You peel Smasher, and then he has 15 power, 15, 18 power, and I block 5 of it and gain 6 more. So even Smasher doesn't kill us here. I guess a large endless one could force me to chump, possibly. Does he have Eldrazi Displacer? Displacer would be really good here. Hex does not have a mobile app currently. It's on their to-do list at some point, and their game engine. Oh, he found an endless one. So that was a good draw. He's getting a 9/9 here. Yeah, okay. So that was his out, and we still have outs to peel back on him here. Obviously, we have Inferno Titan and Emrakul and World Spine Worm. So I just get to eat the Reality Smasher here, right? Alright, that's what I do. I block here, and then I take 12 and go to... I'm going up to 17 down to 5. That seems fine. Oh, I even get redraws here. So if he doesn't have another fatty in his hand, I get to chump this and take 5, so I get one more draw next turn. And actually, I can return the Batterskull to my hand and recast it as well, right? Yeah. God bless him. I can use this as a swamp but not take 2. What's up, Illusions? Yes, we get to jump for a little while here, actually, right? Because, like, the Spirit Guide gets thrown under a bus here, and then we end up at 6, and then I replay the Batterskull, and I think I can do it again next turn, right? He has to attack with this, right? Is he just not attacking? That can't be right. Playing unfriendly leagues, right? Well, this doesn't make any sense. So I just get to gain 6 here? That seems great. Oh, I'll return this to my hand. Thank you, opponent. Fatty boom boom. Oh, right, we're so unlucky. Well, I guess... Actually, I'm just going to cast Seething Song so I don't have to burn... Well, I guess it's about the same whether I burn Seething Song or this. Yeah, okay. Nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Look, God bless him. God bless him giving us outs here. Like, we get like a bunch of redraws. Now we get more redraws. Like, oh. Man, this match might take too long. My Hex draft, there's only one match still going. Hopefully they go to game 3. Come on, can I just, like, rip Emrakul or World Spine Worm already? Fleeceworth, Inferno Titan. Inferno Titan would do it too. Maybe this Pagoda's been better than Wormcoil would have been now. I'm not sure. Deal. Man, people talked me out of having 2 Batter Skulls in the deck, and I feel really bad into moments like this when I don't have 2 Batter Skulls in the deck. Like, if we had another Batter Skull in the deck, we would be winning this game not particularly close. This wouldn't be close at all. Thought not seer. Yeah, I wish I had I should put a second Batter Skull in the deck. Like, it's fine to draw on its own a lot of the time. So this blocks here, and then we take 8, 11, and go to 4, and have redraws again. So, you know, God bless the opponent. So, like, if we had another Batter Skull in the deck here, we'd get a Batter Skull out, and then this would chump here, and the Batter Skull would eat here, and we'd take 4 and go to 11, and then next turn we'd equip this Batter Skull onto the other Batter Skull and just start railing him for 8 with lifelink, and just, like, be super in this game, even without bricking off. We have 2 Godos. We have 2 Godos and 1 Batter Skull. And attacked for 7 twice. Yeah, I guess. Does that kill him? Would that have been lethal? No, he had multiple blockers. We would have just gained 14. I don't think that gives us more. It's the same amount of draw steps, so I don't think that matters. He kept back 2 blockers, so that's fine. This matchup's pretty good for us on average. I'll just board in that. Board in Magus of the Moon, a Shattering Spree, and a Chandra. Yeah, we were just throwing Godo under our bus there. I'll be right back. I'm going to run and make a bottle for my oldest while we wait for him to board.
Come on, Jake.
Unfortunately, a mulligan. Turn 2 Magus to the Moon. Keep. Howdy, Namachill. I mean, like, we're not mulliganing to 5. The hand's reasonable. And, like, even if he dismembers the Magus here, we can possibly play a turn 3 Inferno Titan, so... Opponent also went to 6. Opponent went to 5. Seething Song. Yeah, I think I'll keep that. That could give us a turn 2 Breach Titan if we wanted. I could lead on Basic Mountain here. Yeah, actually, I think I'm going to lead on Basic Mountain into City of Traders. So that way I can... Well, that means we can't Titan on 3. Yeah, okay. I'm just going to do Sandstone Needles on 1. Probably awful. The cards that make this deck good are banned in Modern for a reason. And here he is great. I agree. Turn 1 Wasteland, sure. Okay, yeah, man. You do you. We are, in fact, playing a Hex Draft. It could be, will very well be my first and last, you know? Who knows? It's the new set! No one was playing Constructed, and I wanted to play some Hex with the new set, so I figured I'd try some Limited. We even played a Evolving Gauntlet. We went 2-3. That's gross. OP moving like molasses. So we've got 5 mana towards our Inferno Titan here. Just need one more. Caracas, sure. A little bit less mana towards our Inferno. Oh, look at that. Kill that one. No, the city is a mountain, ladies and germs. The city is a mountain. It makes exactly 1 mana. This is a symmetrical effect. This card's fair. It's symmetrical. Fair. Alright, the last match of the Hex Draft is in Game 3, so hopefully we can kill our opponent quickly here. Alright, 7 turns on the Magus clock. Trigger. Alright, dead on board. Yeah, man, you got an Eldrazi Mimic. Still dead on board. Just hoping I don't know how my magic card works. Let's find out. Do you won this idiot? If you want to just play competitive limited, drafts are less than $7. If you want to play competitive constructed, there are a number of different competitive constructed hex decks that's for $150 and under. There are a couple like tier 2, tier 1.5 decks you can get in for like $30 or $40. NW Robinson with the 3-month resub. Thank you for the continued support. I really appreciate it. Bring us to 88 out of 150 towards the next long stream. Thank you for that. What's it called? Where are the rest of these articles? Chris Van Meter actually just wrote a really good article that includes a bunch of decks for getting started with. Hex is a digital CCG that's similar to Magic, but it's different. It has a lot of sweet digital-only mechanics. This is the one that Chris Van Meter... Yeah, the story mode's a great way to learn the game. Actually, I played the campaign for about an hour or two just to get a feel for how the mechanics works and the different cards. And if you play Magic, you'll pick up Hex very quickly. And they have a tutorial when you first start playing the game. The resource system works a little bit differently. I actually like the resource system a lot better than I like Magic's resource system. And it's not just like everyone gets resources like in it's not just like everyone gets resources like in Hearthstone. The agenda today is finish the Hex draft that we are in now while playing Legacy Big Red in between. And then after we're done with the Hex draft, we're going to play some Chord for Milwaukee. Yeah, Frost Arena is the best. If you want to grind the free events into competitive decks, the Frost Arena is the best like time to cash ratio. God, this hand is so close. I guess turn 1 Sneak Emrakul actually isn't that good. Because like it just kills one of his lands. Yeah, the fact that the modifiers stay there is interesting and takes some getting used to. Even I get caught by that sometimes. And it's really interesting when you're evaluating cards like, oh, this buff is permanent. Milwaukee is a modern open, so that's why we are playing a lot of Chord this week and last week. Also, we just haven't been able to play Chord for a while, so that's why we're doing it. We have to mulligan this, unfortunately. I don't want to roll the dice. I guess how many red sources? God, should we be greedy? Maybe we'll let you guys vote. So we have how many red sources here? We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. We've got 19 red sources. And we've got 2 turns to hit it. I like how I stopped to make a bottle and go change Jake, and he's got 6 minutes on his clock, and I've got 16. All right, well, I'm gonna keep this one with a scry. I should have kept the other hand. I think the other hand was fine. This one gets a scry on the draw at least, I guess. Maybe we'll just time this idiot out. That's taking forever. If you whiff, we could play Hex quicker. Yeah. We're waiting. Our draft pod has there's one match still going on there in game 3 for the Hex draft. Keep. Never didn't have it. This is why we banned I in Modern instead of Temple. For people that are wondering. It's on Steam, or you can go to hextcg.com. Either of those work. Into Thought-Knots here? If he has Thought-Knot, I might just pack it in. Nothing. Sweet. I am going to be in SCG Milwaukee. Should be a good time. I'm going to play Magus to the Moon out here. Yeah, I'm going to play Magus. I feel like we can hit... Or, sorry, not Magus, Blood Moon. I feel like we can hit some mana sources before... this is tough, I guess. So let's think about this. We take 6 next turn and go to 10. And then we play this. And then we play Through the Breach for Worm. Yeah, okay, I guess it's better to not play the Blood Moon. Because we drew the Worm, it's probably better to not play the Moon. Next turn, we just, like, Breach Worm him. Hex Shards of Fate. Yep. You're right. Inferno Titan is very good here. You're not wrong. Actually, I might... Am I supposed to Titan? No, I'm supposed to Worm, right? Like, even if he draws Smasher, Worm can still beat him. I guess we're dead to Smasher if we don't play the Titan. Oh, that's just... Well, that's easy mode. Never forget, Magic is a skill game where the better player always wins. Made that decision easy. Look, it's an Eldrazi mirror. Trigger. What's wrong, toddler? You want some peanuts? God, we have such a good Eldrazi deck. Nice Eldrazi deck you got there, bud. Squad goals! Rah! Wiggly worm! Wiggly, wiggly, wiggly worm! Got him. Got him. You got. Alrighty.
Dad's gonna get you some new pants.
They're in game 3. Come on, guys. I played a whole match of Magic. So we're going to finish this draft out. We're going to play legacy matches in between if we have time, if we finish quickly. And then after this draft is done, we're going to spend the rest of the day playing some Chord. Thanks to everyone for hanging out here this afternoon. I play some Hex and Magic. If you've been by the channel before, welcome. My name is Jeff Hoagland. I am a professional CCG player. Play a lot of Magic and Hex. I grind primarily the SCG tour in Magic. We play a lot of constructed Magic and Hex on this channel. We play Standard, Modern, Legacy, Pauper, all that jazz. The deck that we drafted for this, I don't think it lets me pull up the draft. Yeah, that's annoying. I can't pull up the draft deck in here. We've got a 3-shard draft deck that's probably going to be a hot mess. We actually got to buy for the first round because someone dropped, so we'll see. I guess we can look at Chord while we wait. Think about changes I want to make. I think I want to... So, I ended up cutting the Stony Silences yesterday, which I think is right. But I think at the same time, cutting the Stony Silences means I need a Phyrexian Revoker somewhere. It's another card that... it's another... Oh, good. So, next round of the draft is starting soon. I think... I want a Revoker, possibly over the Linvala. Revoker can tag Cranial Plating, and it can block with Etch Champion. Hex is much cheaper than Magic on all fronts. I guess we're gonna switch back over. Drafting costs anywhere between like $4.50 and $7. It takes 3 packs plus $1 worth of in-game currency, and the packs you can buy in the auction house usually for like $1.70 in in-game currency. And then constructed in Hex, you can either grind the free stuff or just like work up and save your draft. There's a completely free-to-play component of Hex, so. And then, what was I going to say? Then if you want to just plunk down money for constructed decks, the constructed decks range... Oh, crap.
Damn it, Toddler. They forgot to close that door, huh? Forgot to close the door to the laundry room, and there are toddler not safe things in the laundry room.
All right. Dysfunctional Resources. Doesn't do anything till turn 3, but we're on the play. So our opponent's champion, if he's played an action this turn, creates a 1/1 flying with speed. So we actually have a pretty reasonable curve here. We've got the Grim Harvester, which is a 2/2 Life Drain Swift Strike on 3, and then Shadowblade Assassin on 4. And then this card's a 3-drop, but we can empower it so it becomes a 4/6. Sure. So opponent, so one of the things, if you're a Magic player that's hanging out, one of the things that's unique about Hex is that each player has a champion, which gives them an ability that they can use when they get when you get enough charges, and then it determines your starting life total as well. So that's why I started with 23 and my opponent started on 22. So we can go ahead and play out Grim Harvester here. I went 2-3 in my Evo Gauntlet Hunt. So what does this do? This deals 1 damage to each opposing champion, gain life equal damage dealt this way. Yeah, Arlen's not very good, and Nahiri is great, so people will catch up. This comes into play. That troop can't ready until its controller's next race step. Okay. So opponent's card just taps to, or exhausts to deal a damage to us. Oh, I hadn't even thought about it actually. Swift Blade, Shadow Blade Assassin with Grim Harvester is actually really good. Because this card has an ability called Shift, which means it's lethal by default, and then we can pay one and move this lethal keyword to something else. So we can pay one and make this Swift Strike lethal, which is hot. I'm going to activate my champion ability, which gives us a threshold of our choice, and we have wild cards in our deck, so I'm going to go ahead and get one of those. Wizards sued Hex just like they sue almost everyone. You know what they say, when you can't innovate, litigate. Hex settled the lawsuit out of court because lawsuits are expensive and would have taken a long time, so there's no more legal disputes going on about Hex. The start of each ready this. Okay, sure. Storm Dancer. So this card is a 3/1. I'm glad we got the wild last turn. That has Swift Strike as long as we have a Diamond Threshold. So we're going to go ahead and play this out. That was a good draw because now we can save this to Empower next turn. I'm going to go ahead and shift the lethal onto my Swift Strike guy like I talked about. And then I'm going to go ahead and ship for 5 here. We'll gain 2 back. I doubt he'll block either. You can't patent game mechanics, just for reference. That's not something that's like patenting, calculus. So we gain some life when our guy hits. We can sacrifice another troop. This deals 1 damage, sure. So I'm going to play my Storm Dancer out, which is a 3/1 Swift Strike. And it gives the next troop in our deck Swift Strike. So this card has an ability called Prophecy, which when it enters the battlefield, the next troop in our deck gains the ability that this has. So the next troop that we draw will have Swift Strike as well. And actually, it's possible I should have put I have 3 Storm Dancers in this draft deck. It's possible I should have put different gems on different Storm Dancers, so that way they give different abilities to each other. Knock, knock, knock. People might confuse it. Yep. Yep. You wouldn't want that to happen. Entangling webs. Exhaust if they don't. Ready. That's annoying. So taps both of my guys, and these guys won't untap next turn. I don't think we're under any... I guess this is... Okay, so we're getting hit for 4 here. No, you just always have access to all of the gems. Alright, Quell's not bad. Makes target troop defensive, which means it just can't attack. I think I'm just going to go ahead and empower this, though. Which transforms it into... So empower, basically, it doubles all of the numbers on a card. So this used to be a 3-cost 2/3. Now it's a 6-cost 4/6. I think it looks like we're still winning this race, especially with our life drainer here. So I'm just going to keep attacking. And the sweet thing about this game is you can change your gems while reserving. So when we go to reserves, I think I'm going to switch up some of the gems on these Storm Dancers. Target troop gets 3 power and must attack. That's pretty good. So we're probably going to quell this now, because this is a 4/1 flyer. So you're going to hit for 4 here, and we're definitely winning this race, so... So I think between this Quell and the Grim Harvester, we should be more than good here. He doesn't have to block, right? Yeah, he's only going to hit for 12. That's really good. So this gives all of my troops, my attacking troops, -1 power, which is a permanent downgrade. So these guys just permanently have -1 power. It's a little rough. So he's taking 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 here. He can't even block still because this is Swift Strike and this is Swift Strike lethal. So he can't trade with any of my guys. He could just speed bump if he wants. He might be thinking about throwing this under the bus to gain 3 life. And then we're going to go ahead and quell his Bumblebot here post-combat. Oh, he can trade here. Okay, that's fair. They originally marketed Hex as an MMO card game, and like they don't have any MMO components yet in the game. Sacrifice another troop. This deals 1 damage each opposing champion. So if we get him to 2, this can kill him. Impulse is not bad. Yeah, Wizards should have, like, hired these people instead of suing them. They're like, you guys just need to have to work 80-hour weeks now, and you have to make a new Magic Online client. Because I love the people that used to be like, well, Hex is only better than Hearthstone's only better than Magic Online because Hearthstone's a simpler game than Magic. Well, this game is as complex or more complex than Magic with how the champion powers works, and it works just fine. So... And sweet, so this card has Swift Strike because it was prophesized by Stormdancer. So, in a pretty good spot here. We get to go ahead and play Relic of Nuzan here. And then our champion ability really doesn't do anything, so I'm just going to hold this to bluff for now, I think. The sweet thing about Relic here is that whenever it deals damage to an opposing champion, we get to create a Rhinoceros, which is a 3/3 Trampler. Wow, that's good. Okay, so I'm going to... This does 1 damage to up to 3 different targets, so I'm just going to activate this... Wait. Sacrifice another troop, deals 1 damage. Okay, so I'm going to activate this and sacrifice this. Deal a damage, gain a life. Activate this, sacrifice this, gain a life. The bugs that I've encountered are... I don't think I've encountered any card bugs since I've started playing. There were a couple of issues with where when you get disconnected from a game, you didn't get to reserves for a little while, but you could work around. There was a workaround for that, but that's been fixed as well. There aren't any known issues that I'm aware of right now. And the Steam release definitely kicked them in the pants. So he has to block here or he's dead to Grim Harvester's activation. See Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Welcome. Yep, so blocks. Okay, yeah, that's true, Daffy. That bug I forgot about, where you got disconnected and then the top card of your deck stuck. I forgot about that one. Continue. Sweet. So reserves here. I think I said I wanted to... He doesn't look like he has any targets for Pridefall, which someone else suggested earlier. Waffleophagus suggested that Pridefall wasn't very good and limited, so I'm glad we didn't start with a bunch of those. Spirit Bounce By seems good against our opponent's deck. He turns into a 1/1 flyer after he dies. I think I want to change some of these Storm Dancers to have different gems. Life Drain doesn't seem awful. I'm going to change it with at least 1 to Life Drain like he's playing an aggressive deck. quick flight, spell shield, 1/1. I guess I could make one a 4/2. Let's try that. Let's do one Swift Strike, one is a 4/2, and one is a Life Drain, because they give their abilities to the next troop in the deck. So, yeah, I mean, the only thing you stand to lose by trying Hex is some of your bandwidth. I think that's all the reserving I want to do. I don't think I want any of these other cards. Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and submit. Yeah, definitely. And that's the sweet thing about this champion that enables things too, is even though we only have 3 different shards in our deck, like I could play a Sapphire shard or a Ruby shard in that card because my champion enables me to get shards of any color. Oh, no shards, easy mulligan. Yeah, this hand's great actually, because we have a diamond infusion device, so we have all of our colors. Oh, I forgot about that one. Maybe. I don't know. I like the Rhino Gem. And so this is a 4/2 Storm Dancer because he has a +1/+1 gem in him. The Rhino Gem's really powerful. Like if I had Flight, if I had Sapphire in my deck, maybe I'd make him like a 2/2 flyer, but that's gonna kill us pretty quickly. So Quell doesn't do anything against these guys, unfortunately, because they just exhaust to deal a damage to us. So might have to burn a Reap on one of these guys next turn, which just destroys a troop, and then we gain thresholds equal to that troop's thresholds. We're playing We're playing Legacy between rounds of our Hex draft, and after the Hex draft is done, we're gonna play Modern. So drafting on here is done in pods, so there's a little bit of downtime in between. Yeah, I'm just going to go ahead and Reap one of these guys. We are playing Kiki Court in Modern. I'm going to go ahead and activate this and get us a second Wild Threshold. Actually, I have the Wild Infusion device. I'm just going to get a Sapphire Threshold just to confuse him. Because like we have thresholds for all of our cards right now. Hopefully we run some shards off here. We're playing 17 shards in our 40 card deck. Then send to play the next troop in your... This is play... As a put, target action... Interesting. Okay. I'm not sure if I want to Quell that or not. I feel like I probably do. And we drew another Quell, so yeah, just make this defensive. Play out this infusion device. So we don't have shards, which is sad, but... I don't think so, Ochre. One shot. This gets 2/2. Okay, well, I'm glad we have another Quell. Get another shard. Quell is fatty. This Storm Dancer is not looking great. Glad we're up a game. I think this is one of the better infusion devices. It's really good. See Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. Just gonna start attacking with this. That seems really aggressive. 1/3's not awful. I think I just want to play that because it just bounces with his 2/2 here. I mean, the archetypes are pretty similar. There's the Augur of Sarayon that I passed like an idiot. Probably should have just rare drafted that, in all honesty. I probably took a card that I'm not even playing. This card's very good. He can play the top card of his deck. He can see the top card of his deck, and he can play it for free. We'll see how many people actually put their money where their mouth is in terms of Augur's only $2. I need to rare draft that. I think I'm going to. You know, we're probably just never going to beat this Augur, in all honesty. I already burned my Reap, right? You don't think I have any removal? Yeah, I'm just going to. We boarded him properly. I'm just going to go ahead and bring some Pride's Falls back in. He showed us he has the 2/4 and he's the other guy that gets larger, so a couple of Pride's Falls are fine. I'm going to cut the Spirit Bounce Pie that we brought in. What else do I want? Relic's probably not great. I think I'm okay with that. Actually, I don't think we need this Diamond Infusion device. I'm bringing the extra Pride's Fall, just max removal. No, the mono red deck's great. Like the cost to power ratio on the red deck is very good. Yeah, this is keepable. We don't have a diamond threshold, but this wild infusion device gives us a charge. So on 3, we can activate our champion ability and get a diamond threshold and play this as a life drainer. I mean, you're the one that told me not to play Pride's Fall, Waffle. Come on now. If I'd had Pride's Fall, we could have killed that. It wouldn't have mattered. I'm blaming you. It's all your fault. So this gives us... So this doesn't give us a resource, so this isn't a ramp card, but it does give us a threshold to help us cast our cards, and it gives us a charge towards our champion ability. He has one as well. This champion's gonna be sweet and constructed working on 5-color decks. He mulliganed to 6 and missed a second chart drop, so that's probably good for us. Get a second diamond threshold because life drain takes double diamond. So this has life drain, and then the next troop in our deck has life drain now. Alright, you got a second shard. What you got? Yeah, the Ruby Wild deck's a little bit more expensive than the Mono Blood one, though, so that's why I didn't suggest that right out of the gate. The Mono Ruby deck in this game's about $30 to get started with competitively, and the Wild Ruby deck's about $80, so it's quite a bit more, comparably. So under $100, it's like one Jace Fringe Prodigy. Broombot, 2/1, enters play, exhausted. Alright. Oh, is this a basic action? Oh, that was sloppy. I thought this was a quick action that I could just do that on his turn, but it's not. So now I'm just passing without using my resources. So I'm just going to activate this now so I don't forget again. This creates a Smashodon, I believe. Smashdon, yeah. So we get a 5/5 Crush that we can play out next turn even. I think this is the best infusion device. It's really good. Like, fixing your colors and then, like, getting a 5/5 later, like, that's super valuable. Yeah, it depends on, like, what kind of reserve configurations you have, Terran. And remember, if you do end up paying cash for stuff on hexprimal.com, there's a discount code above the stream there. Jeff5 gets you 5% off at checkout. This is looking worse than Swift Strike, so maybe I should have left Swift Strike on more than one of these, like... Because, like, I don't want to trade my 3-1 for his 2-1. This is hot, though. This is a Center's play actually gets all the socket power. So this is a 4-2 life drain. So, like, this would have given Swift Strike to this again, which is, you know, reason to not have... I've done that, so let's just play out my 5/5. Get in here. Rawr. Smash dog. Yeah, the Ruby Wild deck got some sick upgrades, and now probably going to be streaming with that deck and probably more controlling deck on Thursday in Constructed. I have to get some writing done this evening. He's up to 3 resources now. See Pikachu running on screen there. Thank you for the follow. I appreciate the support. That's an interesting... Sweet. Just more Empower cards. I really love the Empower mechanic. It's great. I think all these Empower cards are probably limited playable. And Lunge. And Swift Strike. Okay. That's why he did that. That makes sense. So now it's going to be a 5/2 that just gets to eat our guy. That's fair. Let's empower this. Go ahead and play out our 6/4. All the bombs. Yeah, I don't know if limited is going to be a thing. The constructed queues weren't firing because people don't have new cards for constructed yet, but I figure by Thursday... that'll be... Those will be firing again pretty consistently. It gets bigger! Broombot's cleaning up. God, there's so many good Broombot jokes, I feel like. That's not bad. Turns his Broombot into a 4/3 so it can trade with this guy. Which is what he's doing. Oh, that was a good draw. Alright, well, we're going to attack with both of these guys. We are going to record for some Kikis today. The plan is, this is round 2 of this Hex draft. We're going to finish this draft up. Oh, geez. Right, I can target his troops, too. That's funny. We're going to finish this Hex draft up, and then... oh, I should have gotten his Broombot because it's still a 4/3, and then I could have played it this turn. That's probably better than getting back these 2 expensive guys. It's also possible I should have been more resource efficient there and, like, empowered this and played it out as a 4/6. Yeah, that's probably better. Yeah, I definitely used my resources sloppily this turn. I should have, or last turn, I should have played this as a 6 cost, because then I could have played the Grave Offering plus Storm Chaser if I drew a shard this turn. And if I didn't draw a shard, I could just like play more 6 drops, so. Just gonna go ahead and play Smash Down out. Play out my 6-4, I guess. So this gets triggered with our 3-1, which is a little annoying. This card just basically doesn't have text against us unless he gets a fatty out. Yep. Yeah, eventually we're just gonna like beat him down with our fatties here. And like I said, I think if I would have been more resource efficient, like played a 6-drop that turn that I played the 4 cost, we'd have just had him under way more pressure and we'd be better off this game. So I'm gonna go ahead and empower this. Play out 4-6. Oh, he found a 4th resource. What you got? Show me what you got. Sweet. Bride's Fall kills that. Plays the card and concedes. Alright. Alright. So we're going to play this last match out in this draft, which is starting right now, and then we're going to play some Chord. Thanks for hanging out, folks. I think this is keepable. Opponent's playing Urgnok, which does mean an aggressive deck usually. Doesn't have a 1-drop though, so that's nice. Probably going to play this as a 2-3 on 3, depending on what he plays out here. Alright, well, Deathmask Assailant can only be blocked by troops with power equal to or greater than it, so that means we're going to play the Split Skull Gladiator on 3. So we can make sure we can block it. Looks like he's just on Mono Ruby. Okay, attack for 4. So this can trade for this, hypothetically. Unless he has like a burn or a crackling bolt or something. If he has some kind of permanent buff for this, we won't be able to... Oh, that's right. He can just activate his champion power again. That makes sense. You're dying very quickly. Want to buy Quell. Want to buy Reap. That's really good. Alright, a good draw. So strike means I get to block that at least. Get our second wild shard for the relic. We are just like taking 5 here. We at least have this at bay with this card, but try and turn the corner, I guess. Race a little bit. He's got a removal spell for this. We're dead in either way, so I don't think we can race if he like removal spells us, and even if we chump this and get crushed over, like we'd take 9. Oh, that's savage. His deck is really strong. We're currently playing a Hex draft. And my draft deck's probably very bad. I don't know if... I think I want something different on this relic for sure. So in Hex, you can change... We put a minor... Probably want Swift Strike on here, because when we put a minor gem in this, it gets +1/+1, so this will be a 2/2 Swift Strike. Yeah, I think that's all I'm going to do. So we're playing a 3-shard draft deck. That's probably a little clunky. I don't really play limited on Hex, just like I don't really play limited in Magic, but new set released today, so I decided to give it a try. Get to be on the play, so that's good against the aggressive deck. The benefit of losing. Yep, can't keep a 1-sharder. Alright, this is okay. You don't draft the gems. You get all gems and champions are on your account by default. And you just pick from any of them when you're drafting. So this hand does need to pick out some shards, but we've got 3/1 Swift Strikers. Are not bad. It's possible that maybe I'm supposed to have made these into 4/2s instead of Swift Strikers because he's got the Scorch guy. Just like reduce the number of things I have with 1 toughness. We could have put the gem in here that makes these 4/2s. Alright, needs it a shard. If we hit shard, we're in a reasonable spot. So we have this guy to block. Alright. Could be worse. Yeah, you choose the gems during deck building, and then... you choose the gem during deck building, and then you can change them while you are reserving. You go ahead and attack with this 1/3, because even if he kills this, Death Mask Assailant can't be blocked by things that have less power than his, so I wouldn't be able to block anyways. If he had some kind of bonus, like Weaponed, Blade Flourish, yep. So can't block this turn because it gets +2 power till end of turn. So we're going to take a hit for 5 here, and then we're cracking back for 4 next turn, so we're kind of racing here. Our champion starts with a lot more life than his, so his aggressive champion only starts with 17 points of life, and we start with 23, so... So I'm going to ship with these two, and then probably play Storm Dancer out, yeah. Yep. So this guy gives him a Scorch. Probably fairly dead here. This doesn't have, yeah, it doesn't have Swift Strike or anything like that, so maybe we're not just dead. Go ahead and I guess we're racing. We attack for 4 here. And we play this out. Elves you control get 1 power. Is this an elf? Yeah, okay. If he attacks, I don't think I'm trading. I think I'm just like cracking back for 7 here. Yeah, I'm just gonna take 3 here. This is actually pretty good. So we get to revert his guy here, so it turns back into a 2/1, which means it can't trade with my 3/3 anymore. I'm actually going to leave this back because I can trade with this guy, and he can give it more power next turn. So these guys trade. He goes to 5, and then pass the turn. It's a big ol' 4/1, sure. So we can't block this guy because it can't be blocked by troops that have power less than his, so we just have to take the 2. So So I'm going to go ahead and crack this infusion device. And I'm not going to play this shard out because I don't want him to know that we're going to be able to play the Smashdon next turn. I'm going to ship for... Do I want to ship for 3? Yeah, I guess this can trade with this either way. So if he wants to trade these two here, I'm fine with that. Oh, he's going to be able to shift this text over to here, but then I'm only taking 4 and then I'm playing a 5-drop next turn, so that's probably fine. I guess it's possible we die here. Now this can't block. So again, can't block here because this now has the text. It can't be blocked by creatures with powers less than it. Yeah, timer's over here on the left side. We've both been playing pretty quickly. Probably just dead now. I mean, I guess I can reap that, and then... Nah, I think our better chance is just, like, play the Smash-Down and try and race him here. You know, play Smash out here and just, like, hope he can't kill us this turn. I guess he can force a trade here, and then trample over for 2, 3, 4. Yeah, we're just dead. GG's opponent. Alright, so we're going to call it a day for Hex. Switch over to